Hi, welcome to Kremes Podcast.
Podcast yang paling receh and garing, but maybe informative too, depending on the day.
I'm T.
And I'm A,
Semoga podcast ini bisa nemenin lo.
and hope you enjoy the episode. Halo guys, welcome back to Kremes Podcast. Kali ini me and T, basically aku ngomong sama T. Kalau misalnya kemarin itu tuh ada sempet banget kalau di company aku tuh ada namanya safety share, dimana kita sebelum melakukan meeting atau ada event kita bakal share salah satu tips and tricks untuk kayak make your safety better gitu. Itu bisa yang beneran kayak kejadian di site, kejadian di lapangan, kejadian di tempat kerja, atau mungkin juga bisa kayak apa yang mereka lakuin kayak waktu mereka on their boat, like on the weekends, or what like if they go hiking and stuff like that. Dan kali ini tuh salah satu colleague aku tuh ngasih kabar tentang well-being, dan itu tuh kayak like for me it was the best safety share that I have ever heard, like so far in 1 year I've been working here. Then so I thought that it would be good to actually share it with you guys juga. Mungkin ini bisa jadi tips and tricks untuk kita semua yang ya gimana ya, maksudnya dengan COVID dan juga dengan like life still goes on and all that, tapi sometimes it gets too much and sometimes we get burnout. Sometimes like I got like multiple friends and even myself, sometimes we got burnout and sometimes our mental is not that great, or we're feeling down, we're feeling emotionally tired. Hopefully this could help. This could be your first steps to try to make yourself feel better. And yeah, hopefully this could help any of you that kayak lagi sendu atau lagi kurang enak lah badannya gitu, bisa ngebantu biar bisa lebih happy lagi.
Yeah, for sure. I think like obviously mental health and mental well-being is such a common topic in Australia, and it's talked about quite a lot because obviously especially recent times lah, and especially untuk kita yang udah mulai kerja ya, tapi I guess it applies anywhere, right? But it's like especially now in the workplace we're getting a lot more mental health tips or mental health awareness to be like, oh guys, heads up, you know, make sure you actually do self-care and you take care of yourself gitu kan. But I find that a lot of the stuff that they like tell us, or the way that they send these messages, is kind of like semua sama gitu, as in like antara dikasih seminar yang kayak lumayan panjang lebar yang sebenarnya kayak okay, like what is the key takeaway out of this, like just give me all these like, you know, like standard recommendations without really like like how does it apply to me, like how is it in a more fun and interesting way that's still relevant, that will maybe make me remember it easier atau apa. So like for me, I find that this, like when you told me initially about this idea, that it's actually pretty fun, and I really like the way that they kind of made it really creative and interesting, which is a really nice fresh perspective.
Benar banget. Jadi kayak ya ini gak cuman yang kayak formalitas gitu yang biasa mereka kasih, tapi kita coba untuk bikin ini lebih interesting aja gitu. Okay, let's get to the first tips. Jadi don't worry, kita bakal post up kita sebagai all the tips into one. So jadi kalian bisa lihat listnya, and buat kalian yang mau dengerin lebih lanjut, keep listening I guess. Ini summary-nya ya. Jadi di sini ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically there's 10 tips from mental health to mental wellness. It's a kind of like mental health is not really just an end goal, karena ini technically is a journey, right? Sometimes kita ada di atas roda, sometimes kita ada di bawah roda. Life is a roller coaster. Like especially this week I already experienced so many roller coaster moments. Jadi hopefully this could help to ease up those roller coaster moments and to just keep you going through, you know, day by day. So the 10 tips are: number 1, rest well; number 2, eat well; number 3, sunshine; number 4, in ease; number 5, keep fit; number 6, be happy; number 7, bond and love; number 8, care and serve; number 9, growth and wise; number 10, seek help. So, kalau misalnya kita ngomongin yang pertama, rest well, kita kan selalu mikir kayak ya ngerti harus tidurnya lebih cepat. Kalau ngapain kita kasih sama orang tua kita kan kayak, oh kamu jangan tidur malam-malam gini-gini. Tapi sebenarnya rest well itu tuh nggak selalu ngomongin tentang tidur. Dan ini kenapa gue kayak ngerasa ini keren banget gitu. Jadi kadang rest itu nggak selalu means to sleep gitu. Kadang ngerest itu bisa aja mean recharge. Kita butuh me time, kita butuh things that we do that makes us happy gitu. Karena technically all the things that we do is basically out of resting as well. Kayak kita lagi duduk, we are technically resting gitu loh. Kita lagi nonton is basically resting gitu. You can use so many different avenue to do your rest gitu. Dan nggak harus selalu kayak oh gimana mungkin kita bisa tidur siang pas lagi kerja. Of course it's not possible, tapi kayak you can take the time, for example a 10-minute walk, for example just drink coffee and sit in the kitchen instead of in front of your computers. So those things would help. The second thing,
so my favorite part is eating well. I am always like, you know, I guess like I tend to slack off with my wellness diet, or like, you know, eating well in the case of like banyakan, of course it's like, so especially when, you know, I come home from work, I'm so like I'm tired, I'm like, you know, worn out, and all I want is really just something sweet or something salty, like a snack, and it's usually something that's actually not quite good for me nutrition wise. So I think that really reflects on sort of my mantra of like you are what you eat. And I think like obviously like I need to take care of my body for, you know, for like food is mainly for energy purposes, right? Like you eat to live, not live to eat. So I need to be putting, you know, drinks and foods that are, you know, for the sake of my health and for the sake of making sure that it's good energy and good nutrition to keep me going. So I think that's a really, really interesting, I don't know, like phrase where it's like chew your drink and drink your food. So for the first part, chew your drink, it'll basically when you drink, make sure you enjoy it, you know, like you take meaningful sips of whatever beverage you're drinking, and it's not just like langsung kayak all glugging it down, right? Kayak asal kayak okay air ya, it's tasteless, just bring it in, you know, put it in my mouth and just like swallow it, right? But like meaningfully taking time to be away from your computer for a bit, take a break and go for a hydration sort of moment. And even if it means going to the water cooler, going to the kitchen to get that drink of water, don't get distracted with anything else. Just having those mindful few seconds makes a big difference. And drinking your food is literally, again, spending that mindfulness to dedicate time to properly chewing your food sampai it's like, I don't know, it's like liquid, so that it's like easily swallowable to go down your throat. And jangan kayak asal kayak, you know, just bite it and then just try to swallow big portions of it. So I think it's all about just having those mindfulness moments. But also on the flip side of that, I know that fasting is also a form of cleansing. So if you want to, I guess, detox yourself, and again, for me, I guess it's, you know, trying to stay away from too much sweets. You know, forms of fasting and intermittent fasting and everything that kind of that can have, you know, potential benefits as well. So obviously do whatever works for you, but that's probably, you know, some tips in that space.
Benar. Kan everything juga is good in moderation ya, nggak terlalu banyak juga nggak bagus gitu.
Exactly.
Okay, up to our third tips is sunshine. Jadi like I think the thing that was eye-opening for me, karena dia ngomong gini, all life on earth is solar powered. Yeah, like I just didn't realize that like even kita juga solar powered gitu. Maksudnya kita butuh matahari gitu. Kita butuh tanaman butuh matahari, apa kayak binatang semua pokoknya yang hidup dalam dunia ini tuh butuh banget sama yang namanya matahari. Dan ini tuh important banget karena benar sampai orang bilang kalau misalnya matahari nggak ada, kita tuh maybe bisa like not existence within like minutes or like you know, not even hours. I think it was just like 15 minutes or something like that. So one of the other tips that you can do is that maybe have a daily like 15 minutes of sunshine between 11 to 1 p.m. Yeah, I know kita selalu dibilangin kan jam 8 sampai jam 10 itu matahari yang baik gitu. Tapi at the same time 11 sampai 1 itu tuh dimana mataharinya paling terang gitu. Jadi misalnya kayak kita bisa ngeliat brightness-nya gitu.
But it's also during lunchtime.
During lunchtime, jadi kalian kalau misalnya ada yang pengen sambil jalan, abis lunch gitu jalan, it's good karena maksudnya satu sisi kita mendigest makanan kita juga, get a little bit of exercise for all those bubble tea that we've been drinking, tapi bisa juga dapat mataharinya gitu. Jadi kayak it's good gitu. Tapi of course kita harus sun smart juga. Jadi maksudnya tetap pakai sunblock gitu, pakai sun lotion and stuff like that, so that you know don't, especially in Australia kita so close. They are so high in rate of like the skin cancer, so just protect yourself as well. Keep using your PPE, I guess, safety share. But enjoy your time out in the sun, especially now. Summer's kind of almost over. not gonna lie, I hope it's gonna over soon, but at the same time, I'm probably gonna miss the sun,
Miss the sunshine.
here and there.
Yeah.
So that is what's so good about the
Yeah,
sunshine.
it's also a good source of vitamin D
Yeah.
for your bones. Yeah. So I guess the next one is in ease, which is number 4. There is no stress when you are in ease. And I think stress is one of the key, I guess, I don't know, like, it's one of those things that happens to all of us in different stages of our lives, right?
Yeah.
And for me, see, I sometimes don't sense that I'm stressed until like I hit like rock bottom or I hit
Yeah.
like maximal stress levels. So it's something that for me creeps up on you, and it's something that I can't really feel until it's really bad. So I need to know what areas and what activities would make me, would pressurize myself or would cause anxiety or would cause
Yeah.
stress or worry, and try to avoid it as much as possible. But obviously sometimes I do sort of like sengaja and make it happen, especially like, procrastinating from work or
Yeah.
like purposely putting off things. So that's probably like a weakness of mine that I need to sort of develop and improve on. But I think that's like a really cool sort of like, I don't know, wordplay that A taught me, and it's like ease is obviously the priority, right? Or else it will become dis-ease, like or disease, which will become decease. So basically, if you lose sight of your ease, it will become the opposite, which is dis-ease, which becomes a disease in the long run, and ultimately, touch wood, but ultimately it could become, it could lead to your downfall or
Yeah.
decease, as in
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a snowball effect if you don't actively become aware that you are in stress mode,
Yeah.
and to do what you can to go back to being your chill self, or else you may not be able to come back to that as
Yeah.
easily or as quickly. But also, it is important to focus on your work, and it's important to take it seriously, to be intense but no tense, but also in the flip side, to be relaxed but not lax.
Yeah.
Itu bahasanya gimana ya, kayak
Jadi kayak like santai, tapi jangan kayak
lax apa ya, kayak bukan males sih, tapi kayak gimana ya, kayak
seenaknya gitu lah. Jadi jangan
yeah.
kayak kemalasan gitu. Jadi kayak
Yeah.
kan ada bedanya santai sama males gitu
Yeah,
kan. Dan
yeah.
juga kayak emang bener banget gitu kan. Maksudnya kita mungkin gak akan bisa sampai hidup no stress itu tuh
Yeah.
gak mungkin gitu. Tapi kalau
Yeah.
misalnya kita bisa at least dalam sesi tenang, dalam kayak otak kita dan juga kayak kepribadian kita, our emotional state is like in ease, maybe it will make things a lot better gitu.
Exactly.
Jadi
Yeah.
tetap kita harus jelas dan juga clear apa yang kita mau omongin atau apa yang kita mau obrolin dalam meeting, tapi try to not jadi nggak stres atau nggak jadi tight gitu, nggak jadi tense gitu dengan apa yang kita lakuin gitu.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty cool wordplay. To be
Yeah,
honest.
also
It's those things that make me remember it, It's like, okay, I get it, stress is bad, but like, how? Like
Yes.
how do I fix it? Gitu kan? But it's like, be intense but not tense.
Yeah.
Relax but not lax. That's like so cool.
Yeah. I think also yang kita sering dengar juga keep fit sih, maksudnya
Yeah.
kayak kita selalu dengar maksudnya kita harus olahraga, like we have to exercise and stuff like that, but it's true gitu, karena kalau kita olahraga itu ngeluarin zat-zat dalam tubuh kita juga yang bikin kita happy gitu ya, bikin kita merasa lega dan bikin kita like is kind of similar to when you want to feel relaxed and you want to do that. And it could be anything. It doesn't always have to be kayak ngangkat beban di gym atau gimana. It could be on your strength, it could be on your endurance. Endurance could be like running,
Yeah.
atau mungkin flexibility. Jadi misalnya kalian mau ngelakuin yoga, kalian mau pilates,
dan
ya
juga
apalagi kan
ballet
bener
juga.
banget. Dan apalagi kalau di Indo tuh kayak pilates tuh literally mana-mana.
Yeah.
Mungkin kalian bisa cek juga apa maksudnya dengan current COVID situations, yang mana yang masih buka protokolnya, yang mana yang like masih aman gitu. Dan tapi kalau misalnya kalian di Australia who pretty much free, just start something new.
Yeah.
Who knows, kayak contoh gue nggak pernah yang namanya seumur umur rock climbing, but because of the lockdown and after the lockdown, I've been rock climbing ever since last year and still going, mungkin kalian bisa nemuin hobi baru and you never know that. Then like as always, the endorphins that you get from exercising actually an antidote for stress, anxiety. Like it just kind of helps. Like
Yeah.
it might not be one-stop solution, gak medicine yang kalian bisa minum langsung free, tapi it could help. Like it could help ease a lot.
Honestly, even like the fact of like sweating it out gitu kan.
Yes.
Even like dancing or like Zumba gitu kan.
Bener
Like
banget.
it's for those people like me who are like nggak mau beneran olahraga but still willing to like, and honestly Zumba is literally just
Bener.
like you get so distracted with the music, you just end up moving your body.
Bener banget.
You do cardio, your heart rate goes up, then you sweat, and honestly
Bener.
that whole activity just makes you feel a lot more happier as well and a lot more
Yeah.
energized. So yeah, it's a good
Nah,
tip.
even sekarang kalau misalnya kalian ngeliat di YouTube tuh ada banyak banget yang bikin kayak dance routine atau choreograph based on your favorite song. Like
Yeah.
banyak banget yang kayak K-pop songs, K-drama songs, even like popular songs, like all those like Maroon 5, and like they make it into like a dance routine that you can
Yeah.
follow for 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Kayak who doesn't want to dance to your favorite song, right? But now you
Yeah.
have a routine for it.
Exactly.
So that's keep fit. So
And in line with, I guess, being happy,
Yes.
endorphins and happiness, honestly, that is like the go-to, like the golden rule, right? Like do anything that makes you happy in work, in like what clothes you buy, in how you exercise, and how you, like what kinds of people and friends that you make.
Yeah.
Like be like happiness is the ultimate goal, basically.
Yeah.
And make sure that there is like there is no way to happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness is the way.
Yeah.
So it's like you shouldn't sort of use sort of different things as
Bener
like an
banget.
excuse to get there. It's like that's it. Like that's your priority. If that makes sense. There are 2 carefree days. That is yesterday and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's like you shouldn't worry about what's gonna happen in the future, and you shouldn't worry about what happened in the past. Rather, okay, everyone's like, oh, it's gonna stay present, stay in the now, gitu kan. But also make sure that walaupun kalian ada masalah in the past atau there's things that maybe that are not so positive in the
Yeah.
future, you gotta take the positive out of every situation.
That's
and
true,
make
yeah.
sure that your memories and what's to come is sort of looked back and looked forward to in a positive way.
Bener banget.
That instills, I guess, the endorphins
Yeah.
and the good vibes.
Kind of like make the best out of every session gitu kan.
Yeah.
Kayak soalnya misalnya kayak contoh kan gue bentar lagi bakal fly in fly out nih first fly gitu. Tapi kayak I can just keep worrying about the next rotation. I can just keep
Yeah.
worrying about what my situation is gitu. Tapi instead, isn't it so much better buat gue untuk kayak be present gitu, dengan tahu gue tinggal 3 minggu lagi nih kerja di office nih.
Yeah.
Use it to my advantage to go lunch with friends, to go have like dinners, have like meet my sisters, go ice skating, go like climbing and stuff like that. Can
Yeah.
use the potential that what living in the city can like give me.
Yeah.
And then worry about the tomorrow later on. Of course you always learn from the past and stuff like that, but then also sometimes if you use happiness as like the goal, you will tend to kinda kayak gimana ya, kayak ngerasa nanti kalau goal itu udah kecapai terus kalian gimana gitu.
Yeah.
Kayak misalnya kalian mikir, oh iyalah nanti kalau misalnya aku udah sukses baru happy. Sampai kapan gitu? What is the definition of success gitu? Kalau
Yeah.
misalnya kalian udah sampai reach misalnya 500 follower gitu, terus nanti abis 500 follower kalian juga pasti pengen 1000 follower, kalian juga pasti pengen 1 miliar follower gitu.
Yeah.
You will keep going gitu. Tapi kalau misalnya kalian udah happy dari awal, it's not about the goal, it's just how you bring your day-to-day life, I think. And then I guess a happy life is like kayak kalau misalnya kalian have fun kan pasti kayak waktu terasa cepet banget gitu loh.
Yeah.
Kalau kalian busy.
Yeah.
So I guess a happy life, like it's a brief life kind of situation.
I kind of find that last one a little bit interesting because, like, okay, a brief life, you don't want your life to be like too brief, right? I mean, in terms of like, it might sort of, link to like you're gonna die soon or anything. But it's more like if you're happy, it's like time flies when you're having fun,
Bener,
right?
bener
So
banget.
it's like, you will feel that the day just goes by really quickly, but
Yeah.
like even though it's short, you may feel like it's shorter, it's filled with much more positive memories than just having like a super long day at work that you don't enjoy.
Yeah, bener banget.
You know?
Kayak you just wanna be able to like, kalau gue sih personally ya, gue pengen kayak tidur tuh udah gitu ngerasa kayak I already have fun today so I can go to sleep gitu. Kadang kan kita suka kayak mau bergadang soalnya kayak hari ini gue kerja doang, hari ini gini doang gitu. Jadi kayak ya pasti capek.
Jadi walaupun momennya mungkin lebih cepat, kalian akan berasa pas at the end of the day puas.
Bener banget.
Yeah.
Dan at the same time, menurut ya ini sih kan gue nonton Ready Player One tuh lama banget terus kayak baru nonton lagi gitu dan kayak ini cocok banget jadi example buat our point number 7 untuk bond and love. Jadi kayak in that movie the last thing you just say like games are not meant to be played alone, and that's so as life gitu, like it was meant to be enjoyed with friends. And that's what you do, like you create bond, like you create connection with your friends, with your colleagues, with your like just people surrounding you. And this like this is not a bondage, jadi kalian gak apa ya kayak maksudnya kalian gak kekunci sama orang-orang ini gitu, tapi kalian justru purely mau punya connection sama mereka gitu. Dan ini gak cuman sama kayak teman kerja kalian atau teman sekolah atau teman uni kalian, ini bisa sama siapa aja gitu. Kayak personally untuk kita yang kerja di City mungkin it could be your cafe like barista yang kalian selalu datang ke situ setiap hari, kalian udah mulai tahu namanya, mereka tahu nama kalian, like you guys can have those little conversations gitu. Terus but also you have to keep the relationship afresh, like this could be with your family and even if you have a significant other, you know, like still push, like give them gifts, still like shower them with love, and you know like you put time for them, give them like still put them first in what you do and show them how much you appreciate them so that the bond doesn't age, you know. And try to be, I guess at the end of the day, I think love, I'm probably biased because I just love love, and I think one of the best thing about love is like if we can put flavor into our emotion, I think love is just sweet, like it's just the sweetness of your heart, like you know, you can get like spicy with angry, or you can get like salty with sad. I just feel like love is just happy and sweet, and it's just, you know, why don't you want to be give sweetness to your friends and to your colleagues and to your family? Not much to go. We only have like three more. Three more. Tips. So the next one that we have is care and serve. So this is what it means. It's like this is both things, right? So you care about yourself so that you can care for others. That's for sure. Even kayak kalau misalnya kita lagi di pesawat, kalian kalau misalnya dengar untuk kayak tabung oksigen segala macam, selalu dibilang untuk protect diri kamu sendiri, baru kamu bisa membantu others gitu. Karena kalau enggak, gimana ya, kayak kalau misalnya lu aja nggak punya oksigen, lu sendiri bisa pass out gitu kapan aja, any second gitu. Gimana kalau lu bisa ngebantu dede lu atau anak lu atau saudara lu gitu loh. Kayak it's always care for yourself first, and that applies to everything. Kayak ini tuh benar-benar for me it was this whole things were just like I implemented the whole week, and it's just crazy how close it is. Kayak contoh misalnya, it's true, kayak kita selalu pasti pengen ada untuk teman kita yang lagi ada masalah atau segala macam, tapi kita juga harus be in check gitu lah. Kita tuh sekarang kondisi mental kita di mana gitu. Even kita bisa ngebantu orang itu, tapi kalau misalnya orang itu bikin kita down atau bikin kita makin kayak tadinya kaliannya oke, terus tapi karena orang ini kalian jadi down, I don't think it's worth that much, you know, like you need to have a boundary, have the plate to give advice. Tapi udah gitu, ya udah kita do what we can do. That was just related to the next quote by Theodore Roosevelt, one of the American president. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. And this is also, I think I can put on when you can as well. Like kalau misalnya teman kalian emang kayak overseas, atau misalnya mungkin kalian bisa telepon, video call, give them the time gitu. Tapi ya mungkin itu gitu yang kalian bisa gitu ya. Apalagi sekarang jangan jadi nge-beat diri sendiri bilang, oh kok gue harusnya bisa nih terbang nih ke Indonesia. gak mungkin juga gitu. Atau
Yeah.
misalnya kayak kalian di Jakarta sama Bandung gitu, oh gue
Yeah.
bisa nih naik mobil gitu. Kadang emang gak memungkinkan gitu. Tapi if you're already doing your best like of what you can, I think that's already good enough gitu.
Yeah.
And I think every change start with ourselves gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian punya nemu seseorang yang nyebelin lah di tempat kerja segala macam, see what you can do to change it first. Karena kalau misalnya kitanya aja nggak mau berubah, ya nggak bisa juga kita expect orang untuk berubah langsung gitu kan.
Yeah.
Terus I guess the ninth one is grow wise. And it's grow and being wise. And it's just this is really cool because like the only evidence of life that we can think of is if things are growing. Ya,
Yeah.
kalian punya tanaman, gimana cara tahu itu hidup? Oh, dia tambah tinggi, dia berbuah, dia ada
Yeah.
grow gitu kan.
Yeah.
Animal juga sama. Oh, ya doggy gue makin gede nih, kucing gue makin gede, like those things gitu. Same with human gitu, tau gak? Dan kita nggak harus selalu tentang menua aja gitu, nggak harus selalu tentang umur kita aja gitu. Tapi kadang bisa juga tentang, oh kalian punya skill baru, kalian mau belajar bahasa baru, alat musik baru, like have that in your life that makes you wanna live more, makes you wanna wake up every day to just do that, you know. Even kalau misalnya things seems really bad or things seems really really sad right now, pick something that you wanna do. Like for example, okay, setiap hari gue 20 menit aja bakal baca buku gitu. And make that your something that you can look forward to every day gitu. Kayak misalnya, hari ini gue nggak ngerasa apa-apa dan gue ngerasa sedih segala macam. Tapi gue pengen baca buku. Tapi gue pengen belajar Korean. Gue pengen belajar French. Like something that will make you grow but also give you the sense of meaning of life gitu. Kayak jadi kalian tuh wake up tuh ada rencana gitu. Dan similar to eat well, you have to also feed your head space with the right thing gitu. Kalau misalnya kalian, ini jujur aja ya, misalnya kalian merasa lagi minder atau lagi insecure gitu, even for me, I would tend to mute like stories or Instagram or YouTube that will not make me feel better gitu. Kayak misalnya kadang sometimes kita ngeliat nih progression di YouTube gitu seneng kan, misalnya kayak sometimes it's motivating, kayak oh gila nih orang ini bisa kurus dalam waktu 2 bulan, gue juga bisa gitu. Tapi kadang sometimes those things actually not helpful when I'm insecure gitu, malah mikir kayak kok dia bisa, kenapa gue nggak bisa, kok dia berhasil, kok gue nggak berhasil gitu. Itu malah bikin kita lebih down gitu. Jadi kita harus keep in check lah buat diri kita sendiri gitu. Kadang ya udah, kalau misalnya kalian ngerasa lagi gak di space itu, ya jangan lihat-lihat video itu gitu. Kalian nonton aja sesuatu yang bisa bikin kalian happy, whether it's kartun even atau misalnya kayak serial di TV gitu. And I think just being wise is mean like wisdom is valuing what we have whilst we have it, in a sense of like kita sekarang punya waktu, kita punya hidup, kita punya kesehatan, kita punya pekerjaan, kita punya situasi, kita ke sekolah atau apa, enjoy that and just be in moment, have those gratitude daily and like just be happy with what we have, because for somebody else that could be the dream. Like you never know, like maybe for you it's like, oh kenapa sih gue harus naik bus atau gue harus naik train untuk pergi kerja, tapi mungkin bagi orang lain tuh kayak itu tuh udah dreamnya gitu. Coba aja gue bisa naik bus gitu daripada gue jalan kaki. Like you never know. And I think just having that little moment of like gratefulness, and it's like it's justifiable if we're not feeling well, if we're feeling down, but also we could help our own self to have a little bit of like light in our daily things. Cause kayak gue aja sendiri juga kayak sometimes kalau lagi down I just try to like, oh I really like to eat this, mau itu kapoki atau mau kayak puding coklat, like anything, just like okay I'm just gonna do it. Like what could be the difference of that one meal in grand scheme of things, right? Walaupun emang kalian misalnya lagi mau diet atau segala macam gitu, tapi who knows. And or maybe untuk kalian yang mau stick to your misalnya kalian udah malas nih mau lari, who knows, maybe pushing yourself to run that day would make you feel better afterwards, because you feel like you already did your best, you know?
Exactly.
And I guess for the last one,
I think the last one it was seek help. And honestly, like, because obviously all of the stuff that we've listed dari nomor 1 ke nomor 9 itu adalah tips yang kalian bisa kerjain sendiri gitu kan, like things that you can start within yourself. But obviously we need to acknowledge that sometimes you need to reach out with others, which is linked to, I guess, the bond and the loved one too.
Yeah.
So there is nothing wrong in seeking help.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in asking questions, and in my opinion, nothing is a stupid question at all. So never feel ashamed or embarrassed to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Like talk to anyone, and exert yourself in that area. While like whether it be ngobrol sama teman, ngobrol sama keluarga, ortu, atau even ngobrol sama like professional, seeking professional help, or even just having a chat. It doesn't have to be like for genuine therapy, but just like a chat, like are you okay and stuff like that, right? It's like there are so many obviously organizations out there if you do require more, I guess, thorough discussions. Things like Beyond Blue, Are You Okay Day, kalau di Oxy ya, like Headspace. Kalau di Indo juga ada yang, I'm sure there's other organizations that are very similar in all, like basically they should be free. They should be welcoming and supportive and open for you to just privately and maybe even anonymously talk to someone.
That's true.
But you will definitely get secure, confidential, opportunities to discuss anything. But honestly, like the greatest failure is the failure to seek help.
Bener banget.
So it does take a lot of maturity and guts for you to acknowledge that, hey, I can't do this alone. I need bantuan. I need help. So definitely you gotta be the bigger person, and you gotta sometimes have to step out of your own little box.
Bener banget.
Because sometimes there are certain cases when it would really help to get other people's advice.
Yeah, tapi bener banget, kayak misalnya kadang kita kan punya our own spiraling days, right? Kita kayak overthinking udah sampai muter-muter gitu. Kadang kita butuh orang lain untuk kayak set a reset or stop us and be like, stop, you're down spiraling, you're overthinking. Let's do this, let's do that, or like someone that can be like, okay, come back to me with a list of what's on your mind, and maybe putting it on a list, giving it to someone else to check, they can help you be like, hey, this is not important. Hey, this is so easy, we can do it today. Hey, you can ask someone for help for this one and stuff like that. Like putting it into like clear plan and perspective. Ya, semoga aja 10 tips ini bisa ngebantu kalian, baik itu sendiri atau ngebantu teman kalian juga yang kalian merasa butuh. Share it along if you have anything, because I think I still find it like so amazing how like the way my colleague bring this up, and it's just like it was a room of 70 people and everyone thinking that it was such a good presentation about well-being. So hope you guys juga enjoy dengerin episode kali ini, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Jangan lupa like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends.
I'd love to hear from you. Please reach out with your comments, stories, and even questions on what we should talk about. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Dah.